let's maintain your budget, both personally and business. So maintaining your budget. So obviously we know it's good practice to have good cash flow, making sure we can meet all our commitments, pay our wages and our staff in our business. And as business owners, we usually are focused more on the business side to make sure that everyone is all paid. And then we'll pay ourselves money. And then we'll look at our personal bank accounts and maybe there's not much left, or maybe there is lots left. And we need to now make sure that we can address what we need to do with maintaining our personal budget as well. And little things. For example, we might look to, if we control our personal banking and our business banking, a lot of the lenders around borrowing power are going to ask you for their bank statements, for your bank statements, sorry, not the bank's bank statements, the person's bank statements. And in those bank statements, they're going to look to categorize your living expenses slightly differently. So where a middle to low income earner would go, say, put their kids to a primary school that's public, or whether a middle to higher income earner is going to use the private school, the bank is going to consider that differently. Or there's other expenses that aren't able to be achieved for the middle to low income earner that are able to be done at a high level. So maintaining your budget and identifying those discretionary expenses and the ones that are needed are going to help your borrowing capacity improve and for you to maintain creating those deposits that we need to continue to invest.
Yeah, I'll jump in on this one. One of the things I found surprising on this topic is that I've been asked numerous times to kind of prove our living costs when we've had borrowing. And I'm very fortunate that obviously Bianca is a bookkeeper, accountant, and does we do a monthly budget anyway. How handy that has come in when it's come to applying for loans that we practically have everything ready all the time has been massively helpful, and also just great from us being organised with our money. The other thing I found really surprising here is like if the financial year is obviously a long year, it's a big year. The amount of times, and even in recent times, we've had requests that they want to see like the quarterly BAS update. Or Aaron, you might know what this is actually called, but it's like the partial year of the accounting, the interim accounting.
Interim, yeah.
Yeah, so being up to date with that stuff, where if you've been lazy in a financial year, you can kind of get caught out here, or maybe the income hasn't been good in this financial year and you're trying to leverage last year's. Like it really pays to follow and keep good budgets here when it comes to accessing finance. I can
echo that point there, Charlie, is that in my business, I will personally take control of the whole business aspect of the budgeting and things, and I will communicate to my wife, and my wife will take care of the personal aspect. So there's not just one person looking at both aspects, being the business owner and the personal side. I'll actually get my teammate on my side, communicate with her, and then when I need, to your point, when I need different things around the personal side, I'm going to go to my wife to get that information, just like you do, Charlie, to Bianca.
Yeah. And me to Hazel. Hazel, if you're listening to this, I'm sure we talk about it. But it's really interesting around managing these budgets, because I'm one of these people that not every single month do I get paid the same amount, right? Like, does that have, when I'm maintaining a budget for the business to say these are the things that I'm looking to try and achieve, and then when I'm obviously paying myself from my business, right? I guarantee that most business owners listening to that will not just go, cool, 10 grand every month or 5 grand every month or 20 grand every month. It's almost like, awesome, this is what I'm doing in my business. I'm moving this across. Does a fluctuation month on month matter? Or is it just cool, whatever you spent in the last month? Is that kind of what they're looking for, is just some kind of structure? Or do they look at that trend on, no, last month you spent $4,000 on your living expenses and the month prior you spent $6,000? Like, I'm just trying to understand the level of detail that needs to sit under this budget versus just I saved $5,000, or if that's all they care about, how much do you save every month?
That's great. The fluctuation of your income is probably not the thing they're going to be looking at, because as business owners, we know we are looking at either an annual sense of the word for our income to put into borrowing power, or we can break that down into quarters for other types of lending. What they're looking for in the bank statements is, one is, have you been honest about your liabilities? And if they found that. And number two is about, There are lenders that will look at line item by line item to see if your living expenses have been disclosed correctly as well. So the emphasis is more on the spending versus the undisclosed debts versus the variability of the income that you're taking, and that is a known thing there related to any seasonality in business and things like that.
Hey, fellow business owner, if this topic and value-packed short video has resonated with you at all, and you want to dive deeper into being a full stack business owner, check out the full episode by clicking the link on your screen or in the description right now.